Hey, welcome to Tabletop Baseball Plus. As always, very, very excited to be playing the Ron Guidry replay from 1978, where he is 22-6 at this point through 32 starts. And there's a look at his numbers so far in the replay, and this is what his actual numbers look like to this point. And they're playing the Blue Jays today, which was probably, I think, his shortest outing of the year. He went 1 2/3. 6 hits, 3 runs, 1 strikeout. Did Guidry. So, I doubt that's going to happen in this replay. So he's probably going to, he's probably going to increase his innings pitched gap that he has here by even more today. We'll see. You never know. Mike Willis on the mound for the Blue Jays. The Yankees are going to go Rivers in center, Randolph at second, Munson catcher, Jackson in right, Piniella in left, Chambliss at first, Nettles at third, Johnson, Cliff Johnson, will be DH, and Bucky Dent at short. The Blue Jays, Bassetti at center, Baylor in right, Howell at third, Horton DH, Velez in left, Mayberry at first, McKay at second, Cerrone catching, and Gomez at short is their lineup. Exhibition Stadium is where we are. And the Yankees will step up to the plate first. Mickey Rivers with a 3-3 is a 14 and a 3-6, 17 column 3. Double to center field gap. Double to center for Mickey Rivers. Well, that's the way to lead off the game. Willie Randolph with a 2-6, 63. And column 2, 63 is a 5. So it jumps from a 3 to a 5. And we're looking at the center fielder, which Bassetti is a 4, but he's not going to get there. That's going to drop in. And runners advance 1 base, 2 bases if their speed is higher than the outfielder's arm. It's not higher, so 1 base. First and third, Munson now, nobody out. 1-3 is a 2, 1-5 is a 3, so 5 is going to be a strikeout of Thurman Munson. Reggie Jackson with a 4-6, 16, and a 4-5. So we're going to move to column 6. So 4-6 is a 16, but it's going to be a 10 in column 6. And a 3, so a 13. Let me double check here. 4-6, 16, and 4, column 4, but a 4-5 off Willis is a C6. That means we move everything to column 6. Off the batter and pitcher, so that makes it a 13. 10 and 3. 13 column 6, and that is a home run for Reggie Jackson. So already different than the reality, than the real score. It's 3-0 Yankees. 1 out. 3-6. The 42. That's going to be a single because this is the lefty-righty matchup. So a single for Piniella keeps things going. Chris Chambliss with a 4-6 is a 5. And then a 4-1's first base. And that's going to be a double play. 3-6-3 double play. They'll turn it. The Yankees get 3 though. Bottom of the first, Rick Bassetti, 5-5 is a 15. And Guidry, the 5-6 is a 4, so a 19, column 5. 19 is an infield single. $19 is an infield single for Bassetti. We'll check M of the action chart with a 6. Wild pitch or pass, or BO is right here. Wild pitch rating is a 0. It's a wild pitch. It is not. If batters pass ball, or catcher's pass ball rating is a 0, it's a pass ball. It's not. If both fly scored a wild pitch. What if neither? It's neither. Because Munson is a 3. So neither happens. 6-5. 31. 6-6 is a 3. 34, column 6 is a pop out, fly out to center. Bob Baylor, 5-4 is a 1, and a 5-4 is a 2, so a 3, column 5, a grounder to second, and that'll be move the runner over. 2 outs, 5-5 for Roy Howell. 5-5 is a 40. 5-4 is a 2, 42, column 5. 42 is a walk. First and second with 2 outs, Willie Horton. Played with 3 teams that year, Cleveland, Oakland, and Toronto. 6-5 is a 36. 6-2 is a 1. 37 in column 6 is a strikeout. Nothing for the Blue Jays in the first. It's 3-1, 3-0 Yankees. Here's Nettles. 5-6 is a 3. 5-3 is a 3. 6 in column 5 is going to be a walk. Another base runner for the Yankees, Cliff Johnson, is a 2-3. 2-3 is a 2, and then a 2-1 is a 3, so a 5 in column 2 is a strikeout. Lucky Dent, 6-6 is an 8, and a 12. Right-handed batter, column 6 is a 6, so it drops to a 6. And then a 6-4 is an 8. That's going to be a single. So we did have him run on first, and that will be a single, runners advance 1 base. So back to the top. First and second, Mickey Rivers. 1 out, 5-2 is a 27, and a 5-5. 31, column 5. Single to center, runners advance 2 bases. Sorry, column 5. Fly to center, runners hold. I was looking at column 6. Willie Randolph, 1-6 is a 45, and a 1-2 is a 3-48. It is going to be a strikeout. Because they're not playing halfway, they're playing back. Well, with 2 outs, everybody's playing back. So as with second and short playing halfway, it's a ground out or ground ball back to the pitcher. But they're not, so strikeout. That's the way I'm reading that. Bottom of 2, 5-2 for Otto Velez. It's a 1. And then a 5-6. is a 4, so a 5 in column 5 is a walk. Notice that, let's ground out to third. Double check here, 5-6 is a 4, and a 5-2 is a 1, so 5 is a grounder to third. So Dave McKay he lines out to first. Instead of a grounder to the catcher, it's a line out to first. And we have 2 away. Rick Cerrone, 1-6 is a 45, and then a 1-2 is a 1-46. It is a strikeout. Top of the third, Thurman Munson, 2-3 is a 16 and a 2-3. 3 is a 19 in column 2, and that is a fly to center. Reggie Jackson homered in the first. 1-3 is a 1, and a 1-3 is going to be a strikeout. Willis gets him, pays him back a little bit. 5-3 is a 4 for Lou Piniella, and then a 5-2 is a 3, so a 7 in column 5 is going to be a walk. 2-out walk brings up Chris Chambliss. 4-6 is a 5, and then a 4-2. So we'll move to column 6. And it's going to be a 1 off Willis, and then a 8. That'll be an 8 off Chambliss. So that's a 9. 9 in column 6 is going to be a single. Runners advance 2 bases with 2 outs. So the column 6 thing is hurting both times because he's a fly ball pitcher. 5-4 is a 45, and then a 5-3 is a 3, so 48. Column 5, 48 is a fly to center. So the Yankees cannot bring the runners home. Bottom of 3, here's Luis Gomez, the 9 hole. 5-5 is a 5, and Ron Guidry is pitching. 5-1 is a 1, so a 6. Column 5 is a walk. 5-5 is a 5, 5-1 is a 1, 6. So he walks Gomez, brings up Bassetti. 4-1 is a 6, 4-6 is a second base, so that's going to be an 8. 8 in column 4 with halfway. Infield halfway. It's going to be a ground out force at second. So fielder's choice. Bassetti now first. Bob Baylor, 6'5". It's a 31 and a 1 off Guidry. He's going to be a 32. Column 6 is a pop out to third, but he has a K there, so it'll be a strikeout. 2 away, Roy Howell. 1-6 is a 45, and then a 1-2, so it's going to be a 1, so 46 is a strikeout. Playing back. So top of the 4th, Cliff Johnson, the DH. 5-2 is a 1. 5-1 is a 2, so 3 in column 5 is a grounder to second. Bucky Dent, 5'5", is a 15. 5'4", is a 3, so 18, column 5. And that's an infield single. We'll go to M of the action chart for further details. 8. Possible wild pitch. Blue dye is higher than the wild pitch rating All the runners advance wild pitch. 3. It is higher. So wild pitch for Willis. And Den will move to second with Mickey Rivers up and 1 out. 6-2 is a 59. And a 6-2 is a 160, column 6. Single to left, runners advance 1 base, runner on second with 5 speed scores. Den is not. So go to 1 base, first and third with 1 out, Willie Randolph. 1-3 is a 3. And a 1-3. This is 6 total. Struck him out. 2 away brings up Munson. 1-4. 35. 1-3 is a 338. Grounder to third. Inning over. Bottom of the 4th. 3-zip Yankees all in the first. 3-2 is a 2. 3-4. Your ground out to short. Otto Velez. 4-1 is a 1. 4-5 is going to be grounded to short. John Mayberry. 2-5 is a 16. And a 2-1 is a 1-17. Strikeout. Top of 5. Still 3-zip Yankees. 2-1 for Reggie is a 38. 2-5 is a 4. 42, column 2. It's going to be ground out to short. Lou Piniella, 3-4. 57 and a 3-1, 58, column 3, rare play, and it's a 1. So we will go to the rare play book. We get a 6. We get a 6 with bases empty and 1 out. Game is called for rain delay. Well, we're not going to use that. So, let's try again. 3-6. 3-6 is a 42, and that's going to be a single. The opposite hand. Pinella's a righty, Willis is a lefty, single. Chambliss, 6-4 is a 51, and a 6-2 is a 1, so 52, column 6. Hit to right, single, runners advance 1 base. Single to right field. Right fielder is Bob Baylor. He is a 4, so he's got a chance for extra bases here. It is higher, so it will be a double. Roll 1 die against Alvarez's arm. If it's higher, it could be a bases clearing triple. His arm's a 4, and we get another 6. So it's a triple. Ends up being a triple for Chambliss. And that scores Piniella, obviously. Brings up Nettles, 3-1, a 4 for now. Let's see if it changes. 23. It drops to a 3. And then a 3-6 is a 3. So a 6 in column 3. Fly to center. Third base coach, check with for tag up. Check with third base coach. It was a fly to center. Let's see, third base coach, normal. We've got Chambliss at third. He is a 3. And then center field, Bassetti is a 4. So that is going to be a speed minus arms of -1. I'll get a 7. -1, extra base plus. So the batter could move up. Actually, that wasn't a single. It was a sac fly. So there is no moving up on that. Sac fly for Nettles. 2 away, Cliff Johnson, 5-3, 6, 5-4, 9. Column 5 is going to be a walk. We're trying to get him out of this inning here. Bucky Dent, 9-hole, 4-4. 4-4 is a 3, and then a 4-1. It's a ground out to first. So he gets out of it. He gets 2 more runs. Gives up 2 more runs. Bottom of the 5th. It's probably all for Willis. Dave McKay, 4-5. 4-5 is a 1. 4-2 is a grounder to second. Rick Cerrone, 6-2 is a 59. 6-1, 60. Column 6 is a single to the left for Rick Cerrone. And here's Luis Gomez. 4-5 is a 2. 4-4. Shortstop. Dent's a 2. So it makes it a 4. That'll be a double play. Playing halfway, that'll be a double play ball. 6-4-3. Inning over. Top of 6. And the Blue Jays will go to their bullpen. Take a timeout. Tom Murphy is going to come on for the Blue Jays. He's a right-hander facing Mickey Rivers. Leadoff man, 4-4. Is an 11, and then a 4-6. His second base. McKay is a 3, so it's a 14. 14 in column 4. Possible error. Dave McKay is a 53. Ooh, it's 66. So it's going to be an error. And if the roll is higher, safe on an error, runners advance with blue die is a 6. It's a 2-base error. And the blue die was a 6. So it's an error on McKay. And Rivers ends up at second base with nobody out. Willie Randolph, 6'4", is a 58. 6'4" is a 4.62. Column 6 is a double into the corner. And that'll score a run. Thurman Munson. Another 6 column. 6 is an 8. Righty 64. It's going to be an 11. And then a 6-4 is a 15 total. And that's a home run for Thurman Munson. Yankees blowing it open here. It's a 2-run shot for Thurman. Three runs in the inning off Tom Murphy. Of course, not earned, one of them. Another 6 column for Reggie. 6 2s and 9. 61 lefty. That raises it to a 10. And a 6-6 is a 5. So 15's a home run. Reggie Jackson, Thurman Munson go back to back. Second home run for Reggie. 4th RBI. Lou Piniella. 3-2 is a 2. And a 21 is a 3. So raises it to a 3, and then a 3-4 is a 2. So 5 in column 3 is a fly to left for the first out. Brings up Chambliss. 4-4 is a 4. And a 4-4 is going to be a grounder to short. Nettles, a 1-2 is a 35 and a 1-6. 39. Grounder to first. Shaky start to the inning. Cost him 4 runs here in the 6th. 9-zip Yankees. Total reversal of the actual game. Toronto won the actual game 8-1. Bottom of 6, and I didn't think that that was going to happen. Very hard to duplicate things like that. 5-2, 27 off Bassetti. And then a 5-5's a 3, so 30 column 5 is a fly to center. So 1 out, Bob Baylor. 2-5. It's a 50 and a 2-4. It's a 1, so 51, column 2. Grounder to pitcher to first. Guidry to Chambliss. 1-6, 45, 1-3s, and 1-46 is a strikeout. 7th inning. Cliff Johnson. Let Murphy come back out. 3-4, 57, 3-2. It's a 1, 58. Column 3 is the rare play. Base is empty. And a 6. I'll do the old flipperoo here. Base is empty and a 6. Actually, yeah, 6. 6 with nobody out. Chopper down third base line. Third baseman backhands the ball cleanly, but throw to first is wide. Roll 1 die against first baseman's defensive rating. Die is higher. First baseman corrals the throw to retire the batter. First base is Mayberry. He's a 4. It's a 3, so it's not higher. It's not higher. Throw pulls him off the bag, and the batter is safe. Error on the third baseman. Bad throw. Brings up Bucky Dent. Hit away. 6-4. 58. 6-2 is a 3. 61. And column 6 is a double into the corner. Second and third brings up Mickey Rivers. Bullpen time, timeout. Baylor Moore is going to come on, the lefty. Runners at second and third, and nobody out. Infield's in, 4-3. 4-3 is a 1. 4-6 is shortstop. A shortstop is, shortstop is Gomez, a 3, so it's a 4. In column 4, infield's in. Grounder, first base open, batters out, runners hold. Roll one die against the speed of the batter. If higher, batter is out on double play. Not higher. Oh, with bases full. Okay. So it is a ground out to first, runners hold. Willie Randolph. No pitch to him. 3-3. 3-3 is a 14. 3-3 versus a righty is a 4. 18, column 3. Double down left field. Runners advance 2 bases. Yankees having their way. 2 more runs. Brings up Munson. 4-5 is a 2. And a 4-5 versus a righty is third base. Third base is Howell, so it's a 5. So that will be a ground out to third, runner will hold. I would say so, but let's see. We got a runner on second. Everybody's back, so they hold on a grounder to short or third. So 2 away, Reggie Jackson, 5-3. 5-3 is an 8. 5-5 versus a lefty is a 4. So 12 in column 5. Hit by pitch. So Reggie is hit. Unintentional. My bad. Lou Piniella. 5-2, 27. 5-5 versus a righty is a 4. 31, column 5. Fly to center. Yankees get 2 more though. Was that 11? 11 zip. Bottom of the 7th. Guidry on a cruise control here. 4-6, 18. And then a 4-4. Shortstop. Dent a 2, so 20 in column 4. And that's a close play at first. It's a 3. He's going to be out though. Otto Velez, 4-4. 11. 4-2. Second base. Pinella's a 2, so Randolph. 13. Column 4. Possible error. And he's a 46, so it's a 32. No error. Brings up Mayberry. 1-1's a 20. 1-3's a 121. Line drive single, possible error. Center fielder is Rivers. He's a 25. It's a 65. So it's a single plus an error. Batter advances an extra base on the error. So 2 outs. Mayberry at second. Here's Dave McKay. 2-5 is a 4. 2-4 is a 1, so 5 in column 2 is a strikeout. We'll go to the 8th inning. In a rout, Chambliss, Baylor Moore. 4-1 is an 18. 4-6, shortstop. Gomez is a 3, so 21 in column 4. Single, unless I roll a 1 or a 6, and it is a 6, so he does make the play. He gets him. Bang, bang play first. Knocks it down, picks it up and fires in time. 3-3 for Nettles is a 32, and a 3-3 is a 3. Off Baylor Moore, a 35 in column 3. Double to center for Nettles. He's on second with 1 out. Cliff Johnson, 2. And a 1-3 is a 3, so 5 is going to be a strikeout. 2 away, Bucky Dent. 3-4 is a 57. 3-6 is a 5-62, column 3. Another rare play. Actually, we're going to go to the dribbler to the mound since it's an even roll. And with 2 outs, plays on the batter. Roll 1 die against the runner's speed. Dent is a 3, and it's a 2, so if the die's higher, he's out. If it's not higher, it's an infield single. So 2 is not higher, infield single. First and third, Mickey Rivers. 4-1's a 2, 4-2. He's going to be ground out to first. So after a string of innings where they didn't put up a 0, they finally get one. Bottom of the 8th inning. Rick Cerrone, 6-5 is a 31. 6-5 is a 3-34, column 6. It is a strikeout for Guidry. Since he has that K there. Luis Gomez, 3-5 is a 3. And a 21. 21, column 3 stays a 3. And then a 3-4 is a 1, so a 4, fly to right. Back to the top with Bassetti, 2-4 is a 3. And a 2-3 is a 1, so a 4 in column 2 is a strikeout. 9th inning. Baylor Moore's going to stay out there. Willie Randolph with a 4-5 is a 2, and then a 4-5. Grounder to third. Munson, 5-3, 6. And a 5-6 is a 4. So a 10 in column 5. Is that a walk? It is. Brings up Reggie having a heck of a day. 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, hit by pitch. 4-2 is a 2 and a 4-6 versus a lefty shortstop. And that'll be a double play. So bottom of 9. 2-hole Bob Baylor to lead things off. 6-1, 51, 6-1, 52, column 6. Single to right. Chance for extra bases. Roll 1 die against the outfielder's defensive rating. The die is higher. So at least the double. Right field. Jackson's a 3. It is higher, so it's a double. Roll 1 die against the outfielder's arm. If it's higher, it's a triple. It's not higher, so double. Leadoff double for Bob Baylor. Roy Howell 1-3 and a 1-3. Or a 1-1. That's going to be a strikeout. Willie Horton 1-1's a 20. 1-5's a 1-21. It's going to be a single. Single right. Possible error, right fielder. Jackson's a 46. No error. Runners advance 1. Base. Otto Velez, 6'3", 31, 6'1", 32, column 6, pop out. It's actually a strikeout. So down to their final out, Mayberry, 1-1's a 20, and a 1-2's a 1, single to left this time. Possible error, C is a 14. 21, so it's going to be an error. So single. Scores a run. Mayberry is second and third. Horton's at third with 2 outs. Dave McKay. 1-4, I think we go to Guidry's B column. 1-4 is a 35, and a 1 is a 1. 36, column 1. It's going to be the ball game, grounder to third. For Dave McKay, that ends the ball game, and the Yankees win it 11-1. Guidry with the W, 23-6. He goes 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. 1 run. Which was not earned. Because Horton singled, he went to third on that single. And Mayberry singled. He moved to second on the error. So it is an earned run. Walks, 1, 2. 2 walks. Strikeouts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 strikeouts. No home runs. The final. So like I said, his innings pitched, the gap widens there because of the short outing he had in real life with this game. Which, you know, kind of figured that was going to happen. The Blue Jays are not a good team. 59 and 102 on the season. So almost the reverse of the Yankees record. So that is going to wrap this one up. Game number 32 in the books. He is 23-6, 22-3 in real life. He lost this game. And I'm going to get out of here for now. Till next time, you guys have a great evening. Take care. God bless.